quiet archivist suddenly finds herself holding secrets that could destroy 3 governors. This lady, her name is Adoni. She is 34 years old. She is the kind of woman you will never notice in a crowd. Always calm, always neat, always minding her business. For 12 years, she has worked as the head archivist in the university special collections. Every day, she unlocks those heavy gates, stacks old papers, and guards history that nobody else cares about. And let me tell you, this woman is very dedicated. The way she handles fragile papers, you would think they are momo, newborn babies. One intern once teased her, "Madam, you spend more time with dead men's secrets than with the living." She just laughed and replied, "Dead men tell the truest stories if you know where to look." Now you see, that is the world Adoni lives in. A world of dusty shelves and fading ink. But that quiet world is about to scatter. Scatter completely. Because one afternoon, as she's arranging boxes, a small radio crackles to life. And the voice says, "Breaking news! Senator Emeka Nwosu, champion of the people, dies in a tragic car accident." The whole country mourns. People are crying on the streets. Some are even calling it a national disaster. But hours later, a truck pulls up to Adoni's archive. Movers unload dozens of boxes marked with the senator's name. His widow, eyes red with grief, shows up in person. She takes Adoni's hand and whispers, "Please, keep them safe. My husband trusted records more than people." Then she leaves. And from that moment, Adoni feels the weight. These papers are not just history, they are responsibility. At first, it seems like routine work. She opens files, catalogs receipts, sorts out handwritten notes. But then, small things start standing out. Phone numbers scribbled in margins. Meeting notes that don't match what the senator said in public. Receipts for huge cash withdrawals nobody can explain. Adoni pauses, frowning. She has seen rich men's secrets before, but this is different. These are not clerical errors. These are buried bombs. And here is where the real story may start. Late nights become her habit. She stares back when everyone leaves, her small digital camera clicking quietly as she photographs page after page. But every creak of the archive shelves feels louder than before. Every flicker of the old light bulbs feel like eyes watching her. One night, she notices her computer. The login records don't add up. Someone else has been inside her account, tracking what files she touches. She doesn't tell anyone, but her heart sinks. Then it gets worse. She comes home to find her apartment broken into. Nothing is stolen, just her notes scattered across the floor. Some pages are damp like sweaty hands had touched them. Whoever did this wanted her to know that they came. This message is loud and clear. "Auntie, we see you." But Adoni is not the type to fold, though. She digs deeper. And very soon, she realizes what the senator was hiding. The man was building a secret case file. A massive oil subsidy fraud, billions gone. 3 sitting governors, a multinational company involved, all of them tied together. So the so-called accidents that killed him start looking less like bad luck and more like an assassination. At this point, the tension is so high, even me, I'm feeling it telling me. Because Adoni is just an archivist. She is not a politician. She's not a police officer. But right now, Madam is holding the biggest scandal in the country in her bare hands. One afternoon, she gets a quiet warning. A colleague pulls her aside and whispers, "The Vice Chancellor asked me which files you have been looking at. Be careful." That is when everything clicks for Adoni. It's not just outsiders. Someone in the university is watching her. The very place that should protect history is compromised. That night, she takes a long walk through the archive, touching the shelves like she's saying goodbye. But instead of giving up, she switches strategy. She starts hiding photocopies inside folders nobody checks. Things labeled library maintenance or student statistics. She finds the old pneumatic tube system hidden in the basement, forgotten by everyone else. She uses it to shoot documents into locked storerooms. She encrypts files on flash drives, mails anonymous packages to journalists across the city. She's no longer just preserving papers, she's building a fortress of evidence. But of course, danger doesn't stop chasing her. One night, she's working late when 2 men, dark suit, walk into the reading room. They say they are government auditors. Government auditors. Their questions are too sharp, too specific. They want to know what she has seen, what she has copied. She hides her shaking hands behind a stack of folders and pretends to be clueless. Me? I only arrange, oh. I don't even understand half of what I read, she says with a laugh. The men stare for too long before leaving, and she knows they will be back. In that moment, she asks herself, am I just an archivist or am I a witness? This is the turning point of the whole gist, because Adoni is no longer the invisible woman guarding dusty files. She is now a marked woman holding live ammunition. And what she doesn't know yet is that the people who should be protecting her, the leaders of her own university, are already planning her downfall. But the real showdown happens in the basement vault of the archive. Adoni comes in one night and meets the vice chancellor himself, flanked by 2 hired men. He looks at her coldly and says, do you really think the world will believe you over governors and corporations? They start tearing papers, catching files like madmen. Adoni just stands there calm. She says one thing. It's too late. The truth is already out there. She points at the old pneumatic tube above. They don't understand. But the evidence is already in the hands of journalists. Next day, the news explodes. 2 consecutive busts, governors are arrested. Oil executives disgraced. The vice chancellor dragged off campus in handcuffs. Adoni even testifies in a parliamentary hearing. And here is the twist. She gets offered a big government job, but she turns it down. Instead, she stays right there in the archive because, as she says, power hides its sins in paper, and paper never forgets. Final shots, Adoni locking the vault, keys jingling in her hand. Lesson of the day, don't joke with the quiet ones. Never underestimate them all. They may be the only thing standing between truth and total darkness. The ones who look invisible, who sit in the corners, who touch history with careful hands, they are often the ones who hold the keys to truth. And when truth comes knocking, no amount of money or power can keep it buried forever.